ora Aotearoa, Angus Hines here with the latest severe weather update from Met Service. It is Wednesday the 7th of November. Now if you missed yesterday's warning, I am just going to reiterate a couple of things. The west coast of the South Island is the wettest place in the country, but even by their already very wet standards, this next bout of rain moving on to the South Island is looking extremely significant. We are forecasting 300 millimetres of rain to fall within 24 hours for parts of Westland. Bear in mind that our typical criteria for a heavy rain warning is 100 millimetres of rain within 24 hours. You can see these are some enormous accumulations. So where is all that rain coming from? Well, we have a strong northwest flow rushing right across the Tasman Sea, bringing some warm, humid air from somewhere up around northern Queensland, coming all the way across the ocean and piling straight into the South Island. To amplify matters, while we have this warm, humid air rushing over the top of the South Island, at lower levels down at the surface we do have a cool southerly change pushing up the South Island, and that combination of a surface level southerly with the warm, moist air overhead combining to give significant rainfall for the western areas, as well as some spilling across the top of the Alps to the east. That's what we're going to see on the accumulation charts. Initially, that heavy rain coming into the west. This pink contour here all up the west coast representing 100 millimetres plus of accumulated rain. As we see this loop go on through Thursday and into Friday, we can see some eastern areas, particularly here around Canterbury, as well as some lower North Island areas really flaring up for some accumulated rains in those parts of the country as well. I'm going to slip out of the way here while we run through the areas that are under watch and warning. Now, I've really stripped back the detail in this graphic because there are so many spots. But essentially, in terms of timing, what's happening is the heavy rain is kicking off in the far southwest of the country this evening. That is Wednesday evening, and then developing all up that west coast in the early hours of Thursday morning. So all those western areas are Fiordland, as well as northern parts of Southland, starting at around 3 a.m. on Thursday morning. Also the headwaters of Otago lakes and rivers, all through Westland, the headwaters of the Canterbury lakes and rivers, as well as the top of the South Island there, the ranges of Buller and Nelson. At both the top and the bottom of the South Island, a number of areas are under heavy rain watch. They are expecting significant accumulations of rain, maybe just approaching that threshold for heavy rain warning. They are the remaining parts of Southland and Eastern Otago at the bottom of the country, as well as North Canterbury, all of Marlborough, including the Marlborough Sounds, remaining parts of Nelson, and just at the bottom of the North Island there, the Tararua Range. It's not just rain which is going to be impacting the country, also expecting some very strong northwest winds to come across the top of the Southern Alps here. They will ease away in the afternoon as that little southerly change does turn the wind direction. Those winds will ease right off for the South Island, but strong winds will persist around central New Zealand through much of the day on Thursday and early Friday morning, including Wellington and the lower North Island. So one more time, I will just slip out of shot here. We're going to talk about these few areas for strong wind warning. Both of them have been upped since yesterday. The Canterbury High Country from 1 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Thursday, expecting severe northwest gales gusting up to 150 kilometres an hour. Very, very strong winds in that part of the country until Thursday afternoon. That second area, which includes Wellington, Marlborough and southern parts of Wairarapa, was issued as a severe weather watch yesterday, has since been upgraded to a warning. That's from 10 a.m. until 11 p.m. on Thursday. Severe northwest gales also impacting that part of the country, gusting up to 120 kilometres an hour. So there's a whole lot more information, more detail, which we couldn't include in this video, but you can find it all in the full watches and warnings at metservice.com. That is all I have for you this time around. Kia pai tō rā.